The uncomfortable truth is you're overwhelmed and burnt out because your identity has become the bottleneck. The way in which you are operating and leading is from an old version of yourself, which has become a slow drain. This is the Residency in Power with Autumn Oakley. 10 minutes of precision for the leader ready to hear what their success has been costing them. No bypassing. We cut straight to the core of the awareness you've been looking for, so you can reclaim your power to lead in success that feels successful to you. Your systems are built, so why are you still overwhelmed? You can have the VA, the systems, the automations, but you can't fake embodiment. You say you have time freedom, but you're directing every decision. You're still working at the crack of dawn and long after your team's gone to bed. If you have the support, the teams, the systems in place, then I'm sorry to say, but your identity has become the bottleneck. And this isn't a place to feel guilt or shame. There's nothing wrong. This is just the truth of what it means to evolve. But when we can't consciously see how our identity is the drain, how we're misleading our teams, how we've become the ones overextending, where we are trying to hold it all and entertaining the chaos, this is the reason why you're in burnout and in overwhelm. It is not that you can't hold the capacity. It's not about the systems anymore. It's the fact that your identity doesn't feel safe to lighten the load, to delegate, to let the systems, business, and teams hold you. When you've been leading for so long, we forget that we're allowed to feel held in our business, in the support, in the systems themselves. So, this is what I see of amazing leaders who are feeling the overwhelm. They're in burnout. And what are often the likely causes that are bringing them into this space? Firstly, your systems may have been built for your business prior to the scaling. Even if you installed the systems, hired the teams during the scaling process, it's obvious they can't hold the capacity. A lot of the time with amazing leaders, we rush in decision. We build things off of someone else's alignment, their blueprint, their success. And this is where we miss the gaps from the business, the identity in which we have outgrown, and where it is we are actually growing and scaling into. Secondly, truth, you're likely the bottleneck inside your own system. So be honest. When you remove yourself, what collapses? What stalls? That's your leak. These are the spaces where you haven't led your teams to lead in self-led decision, where your clients panic in your absence. You haven't set clear terms, boundaries, or discernment in accepting your client's ability to hold the capacity. I say this all the time. Removal will bring more clarity than adding more ever will, because absence brings truth to what others are truly asking of you. Where your systems aren't self-standing and require your presence to function, how your body breathes, your energy resets, being away from certain situations, spaces, and connections. Absence brings truth if you're willing to see it. Thirdly, leading in your full capacity is an individual support. You need to understand the foundations of yourself and how that relates to your business. Your best flow and schedule, your inboxes, opportunity, how you uniquely lead and structure your offerings. Every detail is related to your individual design, where your capacity and identity currently stand. And these are the structures and systems that you need to bring into the business, details that will hold you and not deplete you or cost you in due time. At the end of the day, the real question isn't, do I have the systems? but rather have I built the intricate systems that support me to my full capacity to lead? And these are the common things I see reoccurring with amazing leaders who are in overwhelm and burnt out with their systems already built and in place. Question these, sit with these, gain clarity with these, and really ask yourself, where in my business do I not feel held? And that isn't a question most advisors will ask you, but I'm asking you here. Where you don't feel held in your business is the awareness you need to look into. What intricate details do you need to shift in how you lead in your schedule, your teams, your operating systems? Because where you don't feel held and expansive to lead to your full capacity is what will become a slow drain and bottle cap in your expanding business. The wellness in your body, your ability to restore your energy, how your relationships are collapsing. Why? Because you're overwhelmed. But business doesn't have to be that way to be successful. Because true success should not cost you yourself. And where you don't feel held in your business is the awareness you need to look into. Honored to have you here. If this found you, it was meant to. 'Tis I, Autumn Airy Oakley. This is the Residency in Power, leading in what is built to last.